Have you ever wondered why some people grow stronger after every challenge, while others break down after just one small failure? Napoleon Hill once said, "Practice is the secret key that turns dreams into destiny." Success is not a gift, it's a habit, built through relentless repetition, through focused, conscious practice.
Practice isn't just about perfecting a skill, it's about shaping your mindset, your discipline, and ultimately, your life philosophy. When we see a great musician, an athlete, or a speaker, we often call them naturally talented. But here's the truth. Talent is just the seed. Practice is the sunlight that makes it grow. Practice is that invisible force turning ordinary effort into extraordinary achievement. It's not about mechanical repetition. It's about a journey of awareness. Each time you practice, you dive deeper. You meet your weaknesses, your fears, your limits, and you learn to rise above them. That's what turns repetition into transformation. Knowledge alone isn't power. Applied knowledge is. Every time you practice, you're training not just your muscles, you're training your mind. Neuroscience proves it. Each repetition strengthens neural connections, forming what we call neural pathways. That's how a child learns to ride a bike. They fall, they wobble, they crash. But with repetition, balance becomes natural. It's not the bike that changes, it's the brain. And that's exactly what practice does. It rewires your brain. It transforms hesitation into confidence and effort into ease. See, confidence doesn't come from motivation, it comes from evidence. Every single practice session tells your brain, "I've done this before, I can do it again." Over time, that evidence builds a new identity. You stop saying, "I'm trying," and start saying, "I am." That's the real power of practice. Not just to change what you do, but to change who you are. But let's be clear, repetition alone isn't enough. You can repeat something 1,000 times and stay stuck if you're not doing it consciously. True practice is repetition with awareness. A pianist doesn't just play the same notes every day. They refine emotion, timing, and soul. Those micro-improvements, repeated over time, create mastery. Practice without awareness is motion. Practice with focus is growth. Now, let's talk about the twin flame of practice, discipline. Motivation might start the fire, but discipline keeps it burning long after the spark fades. Motivation is emotional, discipline is logical. Motivation says, "I feel like it." Discipline says, "I'll do it anyway." That simple difference is what separates the successful from the average. Michael Phelps, the greatest Olympian of all time, once said, "I haven't missed a single day of practice, not even Sundays." Why? Because he knew one skipped day breaks momentum, and rebuilding it takes 10 times the effort. That's discipline. Discipline isn't punishment. It's self-respect. It's keeping the promises you make to yourself. It's doing what's right, even when it's boring, tiring, or painful. Because those boring moments aren't empty. They're where real growth happens. The Japanese call it kaizen, the philosophy of continuous improvement. Just 1% better every day makes you 37 times better in a year. That's not motivation. That's math. That's the power of consistency. Discipline even changes your brain chemistry. When you stick to positive habits, your dopamine system resets. You stop chasing instant pleasure and start finding joy in long-term progress. Discipline is freedom. Because when you control your actions, you control your results. You stop being a victim of your emotions. You stop depending on how you feel. You start acting from your purpose. Napoleon Hill said it best. Without self-discipline, success is impossible, period. It doesn't matter what your dream is, health, career, or personal growth. Without discipline, it fades away. The truth is, the great ones aren't made in the spotlight. They're forged in silence. In the early mornings, in the late nights, in the invisible hours when nobody's watching. That's where legends are born. That's where invisible effort turns into visible brilliance. Practice builds skill. Discipline sustains it. Together, they create transformation. Next time you see someone performing effortlessly, remember, it's not luck, It's not talent. It's thousands of hours of unseen effort. Because practice doesn't just build skill, it builds character. It's not about being perfect. It's about showing up every single day. It's not about how you feel. It's about what you choose to do. Because motivation fades, but discipline endures. And when practice and discipline unite, you become unstoppable. If this message inspired you today, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more deep, practical wisdom. Greatness isn't found, it's built. One day, one choice, and one practice at a time.